Hello members, Steve Loader here. I'm reporting in on an update from round one of our Love Golf League, and I'll snap straight into it. We've got a fair bit to cover off this week. Our first match was our Reluctant Heroes versus the 8 Jokers, and we had Reluctant Heroes too good on 127 to 106. Glenn Rogers and Ben Knight and Matt Beasley doing well for the Jokers, 35, 36, 35. But the consistent Reluctant Heroes a bit too good. I think Jokers, with a couple of more players available, might have actually probably won that match, actually. They just needed someone really to tee it up, and I think they probably would have got it done. So Steve Jones and Mark Scholes, 33, Jay Bennett, 30, Johnny Tomlinson, 30. Bit of a comeback kid there. John, and hasn't played a lot. Kirk Ardley, 31, so kind of story of what they do, all pretty consistent and there and around the mark. Expect to see them up there again. The Jokers, I think if they get their team out there, look out. Match 2, we had Turtles versus Hump Day. Good, tight, close match this one. Turtles getting it done, 133 to 129 over Hump Day. So I don't think I actually picked any winners last week, so I'm not even sure I need to go there this week. Potsy Weber, 35, and Darren Coolbars, 34. The stars there for Hump Day. Greasy Wallace showing the way as captain with 34. Barry O'Brien, 32. Neil Orchard, 32. 129, down by 4. Again, pretty tight. The Kelly gang versus Dimpled Balls. So Dimpled Balls, nice win here, 138 to 128. And we had, for the losers, Brad Murray with 34, Mitch Langenbacher, proving why he's the best Langenbacher golfer in the family with 38. And over on the Dimpled Balls side, nice consistent effort here, Gary Bennett, Aaron Loader with 36, Stu Manser 33, and Andrew Jacobs 32. They're all pretty solid numbers. Week 1, it wasn't the best day last week, so pretty solid scoring. Next match, Bugs versus the M-Hacks, Daddies. I keep forgetting their last bit of their name, and unfortunately those boys, we knew they were going to have a few away this week, so not a real good reflection of where they're teams at. They could only get 2 players out on the park, but if we'd had an odd number, obviously they would have got the bye this first week, because they did nominate they were going to have a lot of their team away. But for the Bugs, Robin Quinn starred with 38, Lenny Drill 32, Pam Hayward getting into the top 4 with 30 points, and then Jeff Burke and Wayne Eden with 28. And our last match was the Mixed Bag versus Could Have Been Champions, and Mixed Bag with no Steve Morgan had a resounding win there. We had 140 to 124. Brian Suffolk led the way with 38. Kane Anderson, pretty consistent, 35, a good result. We had a few dramas getting Kane to the tee, so he was literally running as he got over onto the 10th tee, I think it was. So obviously didn't faze him too much. Keith McCormack, 35. And over on the could have been side, Connor Griffin, good start for Connor. I think that's his first game in Premier League with 34. Steve Lindbergh also 30, and Kevin Saylard 29. Spent a bit of time on the psychological couch this week with Kevin, so I expect big things from him this week actually. So no pressure, no kiss of death or anything, but I'll go out on a limb and I reckon he'll be up and about this week, so to speak. So over to our round 2 matches, and we have the 8 Jokers versus the Bugs. The Could Have Been Champions versus Simon Reed's Daddies, the M-Hacks. And Dimpled Balls are up against Mixed Bag. The Turtles are playing the Reluctant Heroes, and Hump Day are playing the Kelly gang. And I think, just going back over the matches, I think Jokers will be too good for Bugs if they get a team. Could Have Been Champions, I expect them to get it done over the M-Hacks. Dimple Ball's a mixed bag, tough one, but Steve Morgan's back, so I'm still going to go with Dimple Balls. I think, without putting any family pressure, but I think Aaron Loder's in for a pretty good day. I think he's getting close to getting around in some pretty low number, I think. So no pressure, mate. But anyway, and I notice he's not the captain's pick, but I'll go into that in a little bit more detail. The Turtles versus the Reluctant Heroes. Well, the Reluctant Heroes, I think they deserve to start favourites in most matches, so they haven't done anything to disprove that theory at this point. Turtles capable of anything, but I just don't think it'll be tomorrow. And the Hump Day Crew versus the Kelly Gang. Interesting match, this one. It's the game of the socialites, I think. The beer per participant across the weekend for these two teams would be pretty solid, I think. They enjoy a post-round beverage, would be a nice, polite way to put it. And the 8 Jokers versus the Bugs. Obviously, I spoke about that one before. So across to our captains, sorry, that's where I was going with this train of thought. So Mark Scholes will be the captain for the Reluctant Heroes, Stu Manser for the Dimple Balls, Ian Phillips for Hump Day, Simon Locke for the Could Have Been Champions, Justin Kirk for the Kelly Gang, and mixed bag is Steve Morgan. So they're our nominated captains as we speak at about 6 o'clock, near enough, on whatever night we are. Friday night, sorry, everyone. I'm half asleep at the wheel here. And the last thing I would just talk about, and I think you're all aware, is the changes to the scoring system. So starting this week, every team will nominate a captain whose score will be doubled for that week. The team score will become the total of the captain's doubled score and the 3 best scores. Each player in the team is used once as captain. There are 8 rounds remaining in the season. Each player will be used once as captain when the team chooses. Ironically, a lot of them have gone with their captain the first week. The team will nominate their captain prior to play in the Facebook group, so there's a couple more to pop on here. If the captain is nominated by the team, the captain will become the person at the top of the team list in alphabetical order. If late in the season a team has an unused player to captain, their opposition will choose the team captain. If late in the season a team hasn't an unused player to captain, their opposition will choose the team captain. Probably got to read that one twice, as I did, to fully understand that, but we'll explain the ramifications of that one as we get later into the season. If you're a few beers deep already on a Friday night, that probably won't be as clear, but I think I get it, and we'll explain that as we go along. So thanks everyone. Bit of a late review again. Apologies. Hopefully I can get one of the boys in here next week. I did speak about it last weekend, but we didn't quite make it happen. So have a great weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all the mums in the Mixed Love League and the dads, but as everyone says, it's Dad's Day every day. So have a great weekend with your families, and we'll see you next week and across the weekend. Thanks everyone.